Welcome to 6 Degrees of Pixelation, the show that doesn't come out nearly as often as I would like, but more importantly, the show that brings the social theory 6 Degrees of Separation to video games. I'm Caleb, this is my little slice of heaven, and today I'll be connecting the record-breaking Kickstarted video game, Yooka-Laylee. I'm so looking forward to this game. I am a proud Kickstarter backer on this one, with the record-breaking Kickstarted musician, Amanda Palmer. If you like this video, please share and click the thumbs up button. It really does help. It at least helps me to justify the time I spend on these videos, which is a lot, I assure you. So please, in advance, and thank you. I love a platformer, 2D, 3D, it doesn't matter, and I love Amanda Palmer. I've been a big fan since the earliest Dresden Dolls days, since the live A is for Accident EP in 2003. I've seen the Dresden Dolls live. I'm a big fan of Palmer's solo work too. Sometimes I even wish I could have known her during her 8-foot Bride Street performer days, where she'd pose as a statue on the streets of Boston like a Takuni-suited Mario. That's fun to say. But I didn't know her then, so why do I bring it up now? I guess just to show that I am in fact a fan. I'm self-conscious that way, so anyway, enough preamble. Let's get this video moving with a first connection. Yooka-Laylee 2 Shovel Knight. Sure, Yuka and Laylee are actually two different characters, but their mechanics are inextricably linked, much like our Blue Knight and his shovel. But that's not the connection I'm going with here, don't worry. Having a simple, common symbiotic relationship between two characters isn't a strong enough connection for me. I can do better, I hope. Anyway, we'll see how this thing goes. Playtonic, the developers of Yooka-Laylee, have confirmed that Shovel Knight will make an appearance in the upcoming Yooka-Laylee game. That's awesome, and it means that not only is this 6 Degrees of Separation video off to a pretty great start, I must say, but it also means that Shovel Knight has appeared in an absurd number of games. He gets around. Mental note for future 6 Degrees of Separation videos, Shovel Knight is basically a cheat code. He can be connected to anything, including Mega Man. Shovel Knight oozes retro gaming goodness with influences ranging from DuckTales to Mega Man, and not just with its visuals. If your ears operate on a chiptune frequency, you might have caught some musical similarities to Mega Man. The Shovel Knight soundtrack features contributions by Mega Man composer Manami Matsume. Matsume not only scored 1987's Mega Man and Mega Man 10 many years later, but she's also scored many non-Mega Man games, including the definitely non-Mega Man Mighty No. 9. Most people say the game is terrible. I haven't played it personally, but I'll believe those most people. But the music is probably great. I mean, after all, the Mega Man gene pool is known for good music. And I'm not just talking about music by Matsume, but also Guns N' Roses? The way I lilt my voice a little bit up there implies that I'm leading you into your obvious question, is how Guns N' Roses is connected to Mega Man. Well, I'll show you. No, Guns N' Roses didn't score a Mega Man game, although that would probably be cool. I don't know, I'm not a huge Guns N' Roses fan, but their influence did find its way into the franchise. The Mega Man X series ignored the generations-long tradition of Mega Man games, naming bosses by combining a defining attribute with the word man, Woodman, Plant Man. Splash Woman, which was the first woman robot boss, even though robots are sexless, I would have assumed. It's weird to think that that's how Dr. Wily is creating robots. Wily, you're a freak. This naming structure was simple and elegant, but the first Mega Man X game gave us Chill Penguin and Flame Mammoth and Spark Mandrill, which I guess does have the word man in it, so good effort, Mega Man X. Mega Man X5 continued this tradition of unnecessary complication by including bosses named after members of Guns N' Roses. These names were assigned by a translator during the localization process and were not actually officially part of Capcom of America's design plan. So, now that I've made the jump to the world of music, connecting to Amanda Palmer shouldn't be so hard, right? But I'm a glutton for punishment. So, back to video games. The person responsible for the GNR-ification of Mega Man X5 happens to also be the voice of Claire Redfield in many of the Resident Evil games. Voice actress Allison Court's husband, who was officially responsible for the text localization of Mega Man X5, asked her to help. Considering her husband was a big Guns N' Roses fan, and with the band at that time being on indefinite hiatus, Court decided to give the bosses a Guns N' Roses touch. Fans of the Mega Man series apparently were not amused. Thankfully, Court came into the Resident Evil series after the first game, which is known for bad writing and bad voice acting. But hey, I'm not always spitting out the best videos either, especially when I'm hungry, which reminds me, I haven't had lunch today, so I'm gonna go get something real quick. I don't know, roll a clip or something. I'll be right back.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Does anybody want the rest of the sandwich? Resident Evil Survivor contains images of posters advertising Le Chat Noir. Le Chat Noir was a 19th century Parisian entertainment venue and is considered to be the first modern cabaret. Cabaret is a nightclub where guests would sit at tables, drink, and watch a variety of entertainment on a front stage. The appeal of Le Chat Noir is that not only was it a nightclub, but it was also part artist salon, part music hall, and even part magazine publisher. They were responsible for a weekly magazine featuring literary writings, news, poetry, and political satire. It sounded like a pretty cool place to hang out. I wouldn't mind have been there myself. The Le Chat Noir poster is most definitely more famous than the establishment itself. You've probably seen these posters everywhere, so I can't rightly give Resident Evil Survivor hipster credit for referencing the poster. Any moody suburbanite with a few dollars can claim the bohemian lifestyle with a quick trip to Bed Bath & Beyond. But admittedly, I'm being unfair. I can't expect everyone to properly carry the cabaret torch the way Amanda Palmer has. It's impossible to divorce the cabaret aesthetic and perhaps the cabaret lifestyle from Amanda Palmer. Le Chat Noir allowed for the modern view of cabaret and all its subgenres of music. Perhaps one of the most well-known punk cabaret groups of all time are the Dresden Dolls, which were fronted by Amanda Palmer. And this isn't just dumb ol' me saying this. A smart person actually wrote her Trinity College Music Department honors thesis about the culture and music of American cabaret and credits the Dresden Dolls as the group most readily identified with the dark cabaret genre. And if that doesn't satisfy you, this Dresden Dolls t-shirt has the word cabaret on it. So, case closed, I guess. This has been 6 Degrees of Pixelation, from Yooka-Laylee to Amanda Palmer. Tell me in the comments how excited you are for Yooka-Laylee and whether or not you're a fan of the Dresden Dolls and or Amanda Palmer. Or any of her side projects like Evelyn with Jason Webley, for example, because I'm also a fan. And if you are, we should be best friends. Don't leave without clicking the thumbs up button and subscribe, please. I promise it helps. I can't promise it helps. I assume it helps because people tell me it helps. You'll find a link in the description to a Google Doc with my notes, my script and sources and everything so you can dig it a little bit more to this topic if you'd like to. And until next time, I'm Caleb.
Hope this is not Chris's blood.
And we are burning books.